Today we're going to go over prime factorization and just how you do prime factorization with an exponent. Okay, remember that prime factorization is breaking down a number as small as it can be using only prime numbers in the very, very end. Okay, so let's say that we have the number 100. Okay, so you have to say what two numbers, when multiplied together, will give me 100. And if it ends in 0, a real easy way to do that is just pick a 10. Pick by 10. Okay, you know that 2 and 50 both go into 100, and that 4 and 25, or that 5 and 20, or 10 and 10. Okay, but I'm going to pick 10 and 10 only because it ends with a 0. It makes it a little bit easier. And remember, you cannot use 1 and 100 because 1 is special and it's not ever going to be broken down into a prime number. Okay, so then you ask yourself, okay, so I have 10 and 10. Okay, can I break down 10 further? Yes, I can. I can break it down by 2 and 5. 2 times 5 when multiplied together will give me 10. So I'm going to put 2 and 5. And I can do it on both of them because both of them are the number 10. Now you have to ask yourself, is 2 or 5 a prime number? Well, yes, they both are. So we are going to circle them and stop. So when we have that prime number, we circle it. Okay? Now, you can't leave this. This is called a prime factorization tree, and you cannot leave the numbers hanging on the tree. So what you have to do is you have to take them off from the least to the greatest, or the smallest number to the biggest number. So we have the smallest number is 2, and remember, it's all multiplying, so you're going to put the multiplication symbol in. Okay, so you have 2. You also have another 2, so we're going to write it down. And then you also have 5 times 5. All right. And this way you may have seen it in elementary school, but now that you are going to know about exponents, we have to write it using exponents. Okay, so then what you say is you say, okay, I have 2. How many 2's do I have? Okay, you have 2 2's, so 2 becomes your exponent times 5. How many 5's do I have? I have 2, so that would be 5 to the second power, and this is your answer. Okay, this is your answer for prime factorization using exponents. Okay, another way, let's just pick up a number that's less than 100. Okay, let's say that we had 54. Okay, so what two numbers when multiplied together give you 54? And a good rule of thumb, if you can't figure it out just by looking at it, you can say, oh, it's an even number because it ends with a 4. So what number always goes into an even number? 2 does. So we're going to break it down. 2 times what gives me 54? Well, that's 27. So I'm going to write 27. All right, now you have to say, okay, is 2 or 27 a prime number? Well, we know that 2 is, so we're going to circle it. And when you circle it, think of it like a stop sign. You can stop. You don't break down that number any further. Okay, so but 27 is a composite number, so it can be broken down further. So what two numbers when multiplied together will give me 27? You have 3 and 9. Okay, so we're going to circle 3 because 3 is a prime number, but 9 is not. It can be broken down further. Okay, so what two numbers when multiplied together give me 9? 3 times 3. All right, and 3 is prime, so we're going to circle it. Remember, you can't leave it on the tree, so we have to take it down. And we're going to take down the numbers that are circled from the smallest to the largest. Okay, and we're going to skip that whole step that we did a while ago where you had to write it like 2 times 3 times 3 times 3, because that's just an added step that you don't need. Okay, so I'm done with my 2, and I'm going to write 3 because I know I'm going to multiply it by 3. And how many 3's do I have? I have 3, so I have 3 to the third power. So 2 times 3 to the third power represents the number 27. And that is how you do prime factorization.